Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video. So right here we have some Thaumcraft 4 mod. Forgot what I was doing for a second, but so with Thaumcraft 4, you're a wizard, you become a thaumaturge, and you research things to become greater, and you can then summon golems later on and do all this awesome stuff. So we'll start off with the ores. So right here we have amber bearing stone. You mine it, get an amber stone. It looks pretty cool. Here we have a cinnabar ore. Mine that, you get cinnabar. Now we have an air shard. You mine that. An air infused ore, and then you get air shards when you mine it. You can get 1 to 4 of all of those. Then we have fire, water, earth, ordor, and entropy. I'm not sure how to say it. But with all those, you collect them and stuff, and they spawn greater in biomes. So fire would spawn better in a desert, water is like an ocean, earth is like a plains, extreme hills area. I'm not sure where air, entropy, or order spawns greater in. And then moving on. So once you get all that, you're like, yeah, what do I do with all these amazing shards that are now stuck in my chest? So you go over to your crafting table and you build a bookshelf in vanilla. And then once that is built, you then want to put some iron ignits, and you get iron nuggets, and then you get 2 of these, wrap them in a helmet, you get 2 iron caps. You want 2 of them. And then you take 2 of them, put them on the end, and then put a stick in the middle, and you get an iron capped wand. And now it looks all fancy. Up at the top left corner of the screen, you see this little doohickey thing. If I hold shift down, it tells me there's 0 in all those little vials. All those little vials are, so they're the they're primary aspects. And primary aspects, or right click on a bookshelf as well to get the Thaumcraft. But right here, so this is a base Thaumcraft and everything. But if you go into the aspects of magic on the top, basic information aspects of magic, and you scroll through, you have all of these primary aspects. Those are what would fill into your wand, and there's things around the map that you need to put in that, and I'll show that later. But with the Thaumcraft, it tells you that Ordor, Ignis, Aqua, Air, Perditio, and Terra are the primary aspects. And all of those are in each of these shards on their own. So once you have all that, that's fantastic. So now you want to get yourself 2 gold, a glass, and then the shards. And then you put them in, where is it? You put them in this pattern. So you put like your earth up here, put your air up here, or air down there, water goes here, fire goes there, that goes there, and that goes there. There we go. So that's the pattern, and then you build yourself a thermometer. So with a thermometer, you hold it in your hand, and you can right click on things and it'll tell you what's in the objects, and at the bottom right it'll tell you that you've gained 6 research for aqua, you gain 1 research for this. And then if I go over to this daylight sensor, it tells me I don't have the knowledge to understand what a daylight sensor is made out of. You go to like leaves and I don't know, and go to like a crafting table and I don't know. So that is a bit annoying. So then, but next thing is that, what do you do now? You then go here, you put some wooden planks right there, and then you're gonna make yourself 3 tables. You're gonna make yourself 3 tables. Then you're gonna make a glass vial, a feather, and an ink sac. And how you make a glass vial is by 1 clay and 3, and you get 8 for that. And then you get yourself some scrapping tools from that though.
And then from that, you then place two tables next to each other, and you put your scribing tools on them, and then you get this research table. It looks all fancy. Then you wanna just place down another table and put your wand on it, and you get a arcane workbench, and that is useful in other terms. Okay, so then once you have, your arcane workbench and this, you're then gonna want to get yourself some paper, and you just shift click it into there and it go up there. And then with your paper, and it all stacks up right there, but with your paper in hand, you can then, you can click on these and you can like put them all up in here. But we're gonna do air and Ignis, and then we're gonna hit this purple one, and then this pops up Lux. And that is what is in a torch. So if we grab ourselves like a torch, you can grab that and toss it on the ground, grab our thermometer and hold right click on it. It then tells you Lux is in a torch. So then you know a torch has a compound component of air and Ignis, which are primary aspects. So then once you know you have all that in your hand, you're then like, okay, now what do I do with my Lux? Well, nothing. I'm just showing you that you can make compound out of these, and there's certain combinations with those that you can make other things, and there's compounds with compounds that make other compounds, and then you can take like one things and make two others and stuff, and you can get others. But how to research, we're gonna grab Ignis, and we're going to push that little green arrow. Now up here it pops up Alumentum. It tells us that we're researching Alumentum. Then we're going to put in another one, and there it goes. That's our room. So these are nodes. You want this node to glow, and you want those to connect. And then you gotta use, like, you click on these and you can move them. But this is a rune. So with runes, you want them, so with them glowing, you want them to, like, move. So I put Ignis back in, and I click the green thing, and I remember that this is the one that was glowing. So if I move it over, like, here, and then I move the rest of these out of the way, and then I grab my Ignis and hit the green arrow, it's now telling me that that's lighting, and I'm missing something. What I'm missing for Alumentum, though, I'm pretty sure is the Potentia. Now, I don't feel like researching that, so we're going to go into here. Now, I mean, this is a little cheat sheet that you can spawn in through creative mode if you enable it in the config file. But if we, read it, it gives us all the research. But to finish that off, if you're gonna get that, you need Precantatio, and if we scroll through, we need Vacos and Potentia, and Vacos and Potentia are made from, so we have Ordor and Ignis together, so let's do that real quick. So then we're gonna scroll through, we're gonna find our Ordor since we got the bunch. So Ordor and Ignis, mix them together, gives us some Potentia, which is right here. And then, then it was the other one. I don't remember how to make the other one, but oh, so it doesn't want Precantatio for this one. So then if we just scroll through, we'll find what we need. We needed a Potentia. So make Potentia, not Precantatio. And then there we go, we move them all the way. Now we get this, and then you just bam. But since I've already got the cheat sheet in, it will now read it in as that I don't need it. Then once you research that, you go down to alchemy, and then all these will be unaccessible except for the crucible. These will be blinking. The glass file will be open, and the ethereal bloom will be blinking, and then these will just be gone. You won't see these ones, and the gunpowder won't be seen, and these will be like invisible. And then Alumentum, you click on it after you research it, it tells you that you need Ignis, Perdicio, and Potentia, and coal or charcoal to make it. So now it's talking about
so if we get a cauldron here, um, cauldron is here, and then we get some heat source under it, so lava in case. So let's just dig that out, put a lava, put that, okay, and then we get a water bucket. Then we go down to our wand, right click on it, it turns into a crucible, then you put your water in, and then with that, and then you're going to watch it for a bit, and it's going to start to slowly boil over. So now it's boiling. So now we're going to come over here, and we're going to see that we need 3 Ignis, 3 Perditio, and 3 Potentia. So then, since I don't know exactly what is in objects for Potentia and Ignis, I mean, we could get some coal, throw that on the ground, look at it with our thermometer, and it tells us that there's 2 Potentia and 2 Ignis in it. So, saying we didn't have coal and stuff, we'll just toss it in, and then, okay, so I have 4 in there, 4 of each. So we gotta remember what's in there for now. So we got 4 of each. Now I need a chaos destruction type thing, so I think TNT actually runs in that category. Yep, has a lot of it, so we're just gonna toss that in. And then we're gonna toss coal. And then there we go, we get an alumentum after we toss in a bit of coal. So that's nice. So that's how you use the crucible. You no longer right click with your wand. But another thing is that you'll have the thermometer once you get that, and then you can research the goggles of revealing. And the goggles of revealing is really nice. You want to make these as early on as possible and research them as early on as possible, as well as some of the things in basic info, like you want mastery and node tapping and node preserver, and the node in a jar is optional. But once you have all that, oh, got some taint going over. But if we look through, right, the goggles are revealing. So with these, if we grab our goggles revealing here, it's just like an armor piece, you put it on. But what these do is, now if I hover over, it tells me that there's 4 Terra, 4 Perditio, and 8 Ignis, and it's slowly going out by the taint, which is nice. But what you can see through your thermometer is nodes that are around the map. But I can't see it right now, but what the goggles are revealing do is they pretty much get rid of that process of needing to look through it to find nodes, but you still needed to look at like a grass block and discover what it's made out of, and like a crafting table and a research table and your arcane workbench and your crucible, and I don't think command box, but you got like your wool, your redstone, more redstone, your daylight sensor, your grass, your flowers, and all the items around the game. So pretty much anything that is added in vanilla or the mod will have some type of entity that it is made of. Some items do not, because there are some items that don't actually register into the thing, like what is one of the items that don't really register? I think tainted goo doesn't actually register. It might. Actually, no, that's something you get from a tainted slime. But there are a few items that you can't even like look at. Like I can't even look at the tainted stuff here. But with that, it's then you then distribute it out into like other things. But that'll be in part 2 of this. That'll be recording like soon. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out part 2, and I'll be covering